gal. Hello, so for today's video we're going to be discussing my 2019 favourites. So these are all makeup products. Everything last year that I sort of talked about, skincare, hair care, all of that is pretty much the same, apart from my skincare, which I will do an updated video soon. But yeah, obviously this is all makeup because that's what we love on this channel. So yeah, this look is using all my favourite products as well. So that video will be up Wednesday. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you subscribe. Ring the bell. I don't know what that does. I do it for everyone. I'm like, ding! So, I need to grab the products. They're behind me. Look at this glow though. You'll find out what this glow is. So for eyebrow products, we have the Benefit Brow Valve Conditioning Primer. I use this every time I fill in my eyebrows. I may not use it on camera, but I always do state that I use it. There's something about this that just makes eyebrows filling in so easy. Like I used to sit there for maybe like 20 minutes trying to fill in my eyebrows, but this, I can do it in 5. And it's just because my eyebrows, it sounds weird, but it's almost like they make them crunchy, but not like overly crunchy, but they give like some sort of texture to it that helps just everything glide on better, and my eyebrows just sit in place better as well, like the brow hairs and stuff. Because I find like my brow hairs can be very strange, like they could be very thick here and very thin here, and I sort of, when I glide it over, it just they all just sit in place, so it makes it so much easier. Am I recording? I am recording. So yeah, I absolutely love this. I have a backup already of this. It's just, to me, it's brilliant. I've gone through a mini one of these. I haven't finished this yet. This is still going strong and this has been a while. Next up we have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. So this is in Taupe, and I love this brow pencil. I was sort of looking for like a drugstore alternate to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I feel like this is a very, very, very close call. I absolutely love this. It's super affordable. It's like £7. It just glides on the eyebrows. It lasts all day. It's really, really good eyebrow pencil. And then obviously we have the Anastasia Brow Wiz as well. I can't leave this out. To me, this is life to me. Like, this is such a beautiful eyebrow product, but I prefer, say like if I wanted to fill in my eyebrows every day, then I can't justify the price of this when this is so cheap. Like I could use this every single day and I'd be happy to pay it, but I can't use this every day and then just be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna drop like, is it like £15, maybe more, on an eyebrow pencil? Like I use it for special occasions, which I know sounds really bad, but I just can't justify the price all the time for it, even though it is really, really good. And if you can afford to buy it however many months that you buy it, then, you know, fair enough. But I just can't do it. I can't do it to myself. Next up we also have the Anastasia Dipbrow. So this is also in Taupe, and it looks like I've hardly used anything, but I use this all the time as well. I love a brow pencil, especially if I want a really natural brow. But this, I use a brow pencil and this, and it just amps it up to like 10 times more. My brows just, they feel more alive, which sounds weird as well. But when I look at them, like today I've got the pencil and the dip brow on, it just looks more clean cut to me. So that's why I like mixing both, but I can't straight up use just the pomade for some reason. Like it just doesn't work for me. I can't get it to work on its own. It's far too much. Maybe like a bit of practice and I can do, but I like a fluffier brow, a less defined brow. So I guess an Instagram brow if you wish. That's something I don't like. I really don't like when it's really filled in. I like to know that there's hair there, because obviously they're eyebrows, you know. Same with if you don't have hair there, then you don't have to thick it in fill. Like you can just draw little hairs, which I usually do with the dip brow anyway. I sort of brush it up, and anything that's been missed I just sort of flick through. But yeah, it's really, really good. I love it. Then next up we have the Benefit Gimme Brow. So this is in the shade 1. I love the Gimme Brow. I just like it for the front of the brows, because every time I feel like I go in with a lot of pencil or a lot of dip brow, like it just doesn't sit right with my eyebrows. And I mean, they're pretty, I like it quite, I say square, but this one's a little bit more rounded. But I do like a more square eyebrow, and I feel like my eyebrows are pretty sort of square anyway, so I'm not that bothered about filling them in that much. I might take a little bit of excess of dip brow and just sort of flick it through if I want to, but usually I use a Dipbrow just to make them stand out a bit more and make them look like I actually done something to the front. Yeah, I love the Gimme brow. It's something I've always had in my life. I remember when I lost one, and this was like the old packaging. It was like, obviously this is plastic, but it's not like, it was like in a thin tube. It was brown. Did it have pink polka dots on it or something? It was pretty awful, to be honest. And I lost it, like it just disappeared. Like I left it around my aunt's and I was like, have you seen it? She was like, no. And I was like, damn it, like it's just, that's it, it's gone forever. And they discontinued Gimme brow for a little while, and I was just like, what am I supposed to do in my life? Like, what do I do? And then Benefit were like, yeah, it's coming back. And I was like, thank the high heavens it's back. Like, I love this stuff. I don't know why I just didn't, I think I did try different ones, but the Glossier Boy Brow is like a close call. That is a really good eyebrow product. Obviously, depends on your preference. I think Benefit tests on animals and I think Glossier doesn't. I'm not entirely sure about that one. But obviously, if you're looking for cruelty-free and not, then, you know, that's on you. So yeah, I love it. So next up we have eye products. So for base, I'm loving the Revolution Pro Full Camouflage Concealer in C2. This is hella thick. Like, when I push it out the tube, I don't want to squirt too much, but you need the tiniest amount. And when you push it, like, you have to push hard to get this out. At first it was like liquidy. I was like, oh, okay then. And then I think the liquid sort of, like, because with tubes they're so hard to shake, like you can't really shake it because the product doesn't move. You have to sort of like squish it about. But now it's like super thick. But I love this as an eyeshadow base. It is super affordable. I'm pretty sure it's like £5, which is really great, because I was in love with the Urban Decay eyeshadow prime potion, I think in anti-aging, but now I prefer a more thicker base for some reason, something that covers more. Just obviously just changes and things like that. I just feel like it looks better. So yeah, I really love this. Obviously you can just go ahead and use concealer if you really wanted to. You didn't have to buy this because it's so affordable. I was just like, do you know what, I'm going to give it a go. And you need the smallest amount, and I really love this. Next up we have eyeshadow palette. So there is only one to talk about, and that is the Melt Cosmetics Baby Girl Stack. I love these. I think they're super great. They're just magnetic. They click on. She's beat up. Like this first shade, I don't even want to do it. She's beat up. She is loved. There's something about this because it is so easy. There's 5 colours. You're good to go. I feel like I never used to be like that. I used to be like, no, I want a full eyeshadow palette because I want to work with different colours. But if you're someone that's just like, oh, I can't deal with too many colours, then this is perfect because you can get so many different looks with this. Obviously, this is the look I done today, and I'm super impressed with it. I think it's beautiful. I love Milk Cosmetics eyeshadows. Their Radioactive palette, brilliant. Like, the pigments in that are stunning, but I've only used it a couple of times, so I didn't really want to mention it in the favourites. But the Baby Girl stack is like hands down one of my favourite ones. Obviously they do loads of other stacks, so if you're not in, these are like sort of like pinks and sort of oranges and stuff, and like burnt colours. So yeah, really beautiful. Obviously the eyeshadow palettes might be a better investment than a stack now. Obviously depends on your preference. Like I said, if you're like just attracted to like a few eyeshadows and not a whole palette, then, you know, obviously buy what you want. Obviously I do love the Tati Beauty palette as well, but I've only used it twice. I can't really mention it, but it is a gorgeous palette from what I've used. Obviously you'll see soon a bunch of looks come in. Like, I'm literally doing 7 days back to back of Tati eyeshadow looks, because obviously it is very expensive and I feel like it's very close to my heart because I love Tati. She's the reason why I sort of started YouTube, and I love her. And also the ABH and Jackie palette, that is a beautiful palette. I don't know why it's not one of my, it is like my favourite, but like when I think of a favourite, I think of the Baby Girl stack for some reason. Like, it just, this is what I use, this is what I travel with, I love it. So yeah. So I only have one mascara, and that is the Loreal Double Extension in Waterproof. I've used this, I think I've had this for 2 years now. That is really disgusting. I should buy a new one. But I love this. Basically I just love a waterproof mascara. I have to use them because I have very straight lashes. So when I curl them, so they'll be like this and they'll be fluttery, and then I put normal mascara on and then just go meh. And they look really sad and lonely. So yeah, I'm not bothered by it so much if I do have eyelash is on. I was going to say eyelash extensions, but if I do have eyelashes on, but I prefer a curl, especially when I put them on. Like, I could see like all my straight lashes just sticking out, and it kind of annoys me a little bit. But I'm not mad about a non-waterproof mascara. It's just I have to find the right one, you know. There's a few that I like out there, like the Nipper Fab one's really good. Spectrum just come out with one that's really, really good as well. But yeah, I love a waterproof one. So then we have lashes. There is only one pair as well, and these are what I'm wearing. So these are the unicorn lashes in Cherry Top. So they were sent to me in PR, but that doesn't mean like my opinion is swayed, but there's just something about these lashes that do it for me. Like, I thought I lost one the other day. I was so devastated that I bought another pack, and then I found the other one on the, no, I found it in the washing machine on like my jumper or something. So yeah, like I love them, just the shape of them, how they sit on my eyes. They're easy to apply, they're easy to get on. Yeah, I love how they sit, and especially with something that's quite winged out, because they go short and then they go long. So obviously for my hooded lids they work better as well. Lashes that I also love are the Lily Lashes, my iconic lights. The I can get it out. Savita Love Struck lashes, I love them. Kiss do really good lashes, but these are just like top tier to me. Like, I will, if I'm going for a look, especially if it's winged out or a cut crease or anything, I'm like, Cherry Top lashes, I need them. I should find the other pair so I can show you what they look like off, but obviously you can see on my eyes that they go, let's zoom in a little bit. They go short and then they come out longer. Yeah, I love it. I think they're great. Then we also have lash glue. So this is a little diddy one. So it does come in the Kiss lashes that you get. So this is the Kiss Strip Eyelash Adhesive. So this is in clear. I was all for, I have an Eyelaw one. I don't think they make it anymore. But when I used to put them on, you could see like the white glue sitting there, and it was so strange. I was just like, I think I'm gonna have to move on. So yeah, I found the Kiss one that I really, really love. So what I do is I apply it to the lash, and then I let it sit. I'm not even joking, with probably like a good 2 minutes, and then I apply another coat, let it dry for about 5 seconds, and then I go straight in, and they're stuck for good. So yeah, I really, really love this lash glue. A lash glue I was loving was the Revlon, is like ultra dark adhesive, because it was black. Oh, it was just weird. Like, if I put it, say I go to put it on my eye and I sort of jolt, it'll like go boom and it'll go onto the eyeshadow, and I'm like, well, that's just completely ruined the look. So the Revlon, no, it wasn't Revlon. Yeah, the Revlon one was good if it's in clear. I feel like it'd be good in clear, but I really, really love this one. Anyway, we're not talking about that. So next up we have some eyeliners and stuff. So I have the Nipper Fab eyebrow pencil. The Nipper Fab eye pencil. So this is in Nude. Yeah, 04 Nude. I didn't apply this today, so let's just put a little bit on the waterline so you can see what it looks like. Probably seeing the top of my head at the minute. So that just opens the eye up just a little bit. Like, it's not too nude, like it where it's a stark white, but it's just good enough to really open the eye up. It just looks super, super pretty. So moving on. So for eyeliners, we have the Model Co. It is literally worn off. I love this. So it's just a black eyeliner. I'm pretty sure it's like their black gel liner. All the products will be listed down below anyway. But I love this. So say like if I've got a wing on, I love just tight lining with it. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't bleed. It's basically waterproof. I don't know if it is waterproof or not. I have to find out, but it's really, really good for like obviously the waterline, and obviously you don't want it to run because obviously it's your waterline, there's water, there's liquid, all of that stuff. So yeah, I really, really love that. I'm pretty sure that's been a favourite for 2 years now. It's just so good. And then we have liquid liners. So we have the Fenty Beauty Flyliner in Cause I'm Black. It still makes me laugh. And then the Precision Formula Eye Booster. This is like a lash serum eyeliner. It's got some like really long name, I think, but they're both in black. These are so, so good, both of them. I love the Fenty tip just because it's like a little bit more firmer, I'd say. Obviously if you're looking for a drugstore alternate, then the eye booster one is really good. You can pick this up from Feel Unique now, so you don't have to buy it from Amazon and worry about it being a fake. So yeah, it's super affordable. They're both great eyeliners. I love them dearly. I was so hooked on the Kat Von D one for ages, like in Trooper, and then I was just like, do you know what, sort of Kat Von D, I was like, I'm not really interested anymore. And I went on to these and I'm like, why the hell did I use that Kat Von D one for so long? Like, these are so much better. Like with the Kat Von D one, I feel like it skipped quite a bit, whereas these, I feel like they're just so smooth and they look ultra black. I love them. So moving on to face products now. So for primers, I love the Nip and Fab Rose Gold Essence. I'm pretty sure this is nearly out. Every time I use it, I can't use the dropper anymore. I literally have to like dump it out on a brush. I love this stuff just because I'm not really a primer girl, I've noticed. I feel like primer to me just doesn't do that much, but I love how this feels on the skin because it's really hydrating. So it's really good for just going in with foundation. And say like you're on the more matte side but you still want a lot of hydration and your moisturiser that you're using doesn't give you a lot of hydration, then this is going to be perfect just to really add that to the skin and really make it plump and glowy and youthful. Yeah, I love this stuff, and it is, I think it's about £15, which isn't awfully bad but isn't super affordable, but usually wait because sometimes they do a lot of sales and stuff, and I've seen them go for like £7.50, and to me that's, I mean, it's worth £15 anyway, but yeah, I really love this stuff. Next up we have the Cover FX Grip and Primer. I know I said I'm not a primer girl, but these are the sort of, I mean, this isn't really a primer as such, it's more like, this can be used to skincare as well, I forgot to say that. But there's just something different about this that I love. Like when I put it on, it almost makes my skin sort of more flawless already, and I feel like it's the only primer that I've used that I've actually enjoyed that does that. Like every time I use something it's like pore blurring, this, that and the other, and I'm just like looking at it, I'm just like, honestly, it just doesn't look any different. Like what have I put on my face? It's pointless. So yeah, these are the only two primers I sort of really recommend. Something that's a little bit more hydrating and then something that's a little bit more flawless. And I don't think like I've got all glass like skin, but it's just something about it, it's just a lot smoother to me. So yeah, I believe this one is a winner. Some of them I feel like a bit gimmicky, but those two I love. Next up we have foundation. So we have the Hourglass Foundation Vanish Sticks. Yeah, these, I'm pretty sure this is like the third time in a row that I've talked about these. Nothing in my opinion will ever beat the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever used in my whole entire life. This is obviously the foundation I'm wearing now. Just, it looks flawless, it is beautiful, it doesn't break apart, it doesn't get oily, I look fresh. Oh, it's just the most beautiful foundation I've ever used. And the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, there we go. I just done a recent review on that, so I'll leave that up so you can check that out. But I mean, that's a pretty close call. That was a good foundation, but I've literally worn it like 3 times. But yeah, nothing beats these for me. And then we also have the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. So this is in Porcelain, but they've actually changed the name of Porcelain now. It's completely something different and I'm not entirely sure what it is. But yeah, I feel like this, if this was like liquefied into this would be that. I think, well, I mean, the Hourglass one's probably a little bit more flawless, but this is super beautiful, and they added more shades to it as well. I remember when it first came out it was like 10 shades and I was like, it's so bad. Like, I don't want to recommend a foundation that's poor really. So yeah, but now they've added more shades, and e.l.f., we appreciate it. It needed to be done. It's such a good foundation. I really love this. Porcelain, by the way, is too dark for me, so I usually do mix it with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 100. Those two combined are like a dream come true. So if you're looking for like a good combo foundation, those two work hand in hand. Especially if you've got the Matte and Poreless and you don't really like it, then you know you can mix it with something like this and it's good. It's great actually, not even good. It's great. So next up we have the Cover FX Power Play Concealers. So I do have N Fair 2 and N Light 1. So N Light 1 is my more tan shade and N Fair 2 is when I'm pasty. I love these concealers. They deserve the hype that Tarte Shape Tape gets. Like Tarte, that is not a good concealer in my opinion. This, beats it by a mile off. It doesn't look dry, it doesn't crease. It obviously, if you've got lines, it's going to sit in your lines. It's concealer, that's what it's going to do. But if you look up close, obviously you will get a little bit of creasage, and that's fine by me. I'm not bothered by that, because obviously where I've got the lines under the eyes, but it doesn't look dry. It sits well on the skin, and that's why I love these so much. And these will always be one of the top concealers I will always use. Like, to me, nothing has beaten it yet. But a very, very close call is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. So this is in Fair 08. This is beautiful, and I'm like nearly like sort of, I can see it like sitting there, and I'm like, oh god, I'm going to run out of this soon. And obviously it's not that easy for us UK people to get Colourpop, because obviously we have shipping and we have taxes. So while it's very affordable, you're like, oh, £6 for a concealer, that's so great. Oh, but you got paid £20 for like shipping and taxes, and you're like, oh, well, okay then. So when I usually shop on Colourpop, I usually do like a big massive haul, just because I feel like it just works better for me that way. Otherwise I can't justify like, oh yeah, I love this concealer so much, I'm going to pay for all that shipping. So that's why I mainly use the Cover FX one, because obviously it's more easier to get to, even though it is more expensive. I get it, but it's beautiful. This is so, so good as well. Okay, and then next up we have the Hourglass Veil Retouching Fluid. I love this. Just a little bit under the under eyes. It just brings like this luminosity back to the under eyes, so it doesn't look so dull and lifeless. It just adds like a bit of glow without the highlighter. Does that make sense? Like that sheeny kind of thing. You can add this on top of powder as well, and it works really, really well. So say throughout the day you're like, oh, I look a little bit sort of dry under there, you can just pack a bit of this on and you're good to go. So that's really, really good. I feel like this is something that you just put in your handbag and it'd always stay there. I love this. I think it's brilliant. Then we have the Cover FX. This is the Perfect Setting Powder in Translucent Light. I think this almost made it into my last year's video. I hadn't used it long enough, but this year is definitely a win for me. I just love how it looks. It doesn't look dry, it doesn't look cakey. It just looks like a nice sheen of powder. Like, it just doesn't look over powdery. I hate when you put powder on and you're like, oh, I can really tell that I'm wearing a lot of powder right now. This is just perfect. I feel like if you've got really dry skin, then you're going to absolutely love this. So you're like, oh no, I never ever set the face, I'll never ever do it. Then yeah, just try this out. This is a little tester. My cousin gave it to me. She was like, I don't like it, have it. I think it's brilliant. I absolutely love it, and it's lasted me a really long time as well. Like, I haven't even made a dent in this. But yeah, a really, really good powder. Ooh, nearly dropped that. Also another powder that I love, but I feel like it's like a clone. It's so like this, just to me, this deserves its own little powder throne. But the Hourglass Veil translucent powder is so good as well, but this just, to me, just beats it. Just one little bit, you know, but still, like, it's a good powder, but this to me is just chef's kiss. Then next up we have some cream products. So we have the Rimmel Instant Duo Contour Stick. I love this. This is the best thing ever. I'm nearly, like, you can tell, I'm nearly there, I'm nearly out of it. It glides onto the skin. It's beautiful. It's not over, like, it's not too much. So say, like, if you're like, oh, I'm not that much into makeup, I just want a little bit of warmth, a little bit of contour, then you're gonna love this, because it's nothing too heavy. It reminds me very much of the Kim K contour that she brought out. This to me is 10 times better than that though. And then you have the highlighter side as well, and it just, I have a little bit on here, but I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but it just gives like this beautiful sheen. It's not metallic, it's almost like dewy. It is beautiful. This deserves so much more love, and I think they have it in 3 shades. It would be nice if they sort of amped it up a little bit, gave us some more shades. That'd be really, really nice. A beautiful product. I love this. I'm pretty sure this was in last year's as well, so you know it's a good one if it's staying in there another year. Another good one is the Nip and Fab Define Sticks. They're really good, like the contour one. I can't remember the shade I use. That's really, really good as well. And then we also have the Hourglass. So this is the Lumi Sheer Colour Trio in Sunset. So basically you get a bronzer, a blush and a highlighter. So these are all cream products. I love a cream product. I'm a sucker for a cream product. Yeah, these are just beautiful. The highlighter is so-so, but the bronzer and the blush are really, really good. But the highlight I will use, but I'm not like majorly in love with it. I feel like it's beautiful. It really is beautiful, and it's just finely milled and stuff. Finely milled? That's a powder. It's just fine, like it's like not greasy or anything is what I'm trying to say. But the Hourglass Vanish sticks are so much better than like what's in here, but this is really, really good. Yet again, it's just like this wash of colour. It's beautiful, it's subtle. Yeah, I just love this. I think it's stunning. Bronzers. So we have the BH Cosmetics Brilliant Bronzer in Golden Gal. I'm trying to say that in my accent, but I can't. Gal. Anyway, Golden. Gal. Yeah. Gal. Yes, bronzer. This is so beautiful. Oh, it's just like this feather-like bronzer. I love this. It's nothing too heavy as well. So say like I'm quite heavy-handed when I go with makeup. So say if you are very heavy-handed and you're like sort of dabbing it in and you don't really quite know what you're doing, then you're gonna love this because it's not powering. It's not like you're gonna dip it in and then you're gonna get loads of product. So it's really, really good for someone that's just looking to start with makeup maybe. Yeah, it's such a good bronzer. It's super affordable. You can pick this up from Beauty Bay now as well. Obviously you can buy from BH Cosmetics website, but I think like you got shipping and taxes and all of that stuff, which isn't great, but super affordable, brilliant bronzer. Next up we have the Elsie bronzer. So this is in light, and this is super, super beautiful as well. This you do get a lot of powder kick up with. Obviously if that's an issue for you, then don't go for this one. I'd say go for the BH Cosmetics one that I just talked about. That's less like powdery. This is super beautiful as well. It's what the bronzer I'm wearing today. I just feel like it's this beautiful wash of colour. It blends well. It's just beautiful. It's very much like the BH Cosmetics one. I feel like they could be sort of dupes for one another. This has probably got a little bit more pigment to it though. But yeah, really, really beautiful. I absolutely love it. Then we have the Jouer Duo. So this is the light to medium duo. So we have Sunlight and Suntan. Yeah, yet again, beautiful bronzers. Really like to use. Blend well. It's all you want in the bronzer really. There's not much else I could say about it. It's just stunning. Then we have blush. So I have the Melt Cosmetics blush in Honey Thief. And this is just beautiful. Like it's such a pretty colour. Don't go too heavy-handed with this though, because if you do add a lot, it is very like, whoa, that's a blush. I also had this in Cali Dream, I believe it is, but I haven't tried it out yet. But Honey Thief is so beautiful. It's like almost a warm peach, and I love those sort of peachy colours. Peach to me is just one of those colours that's screaming to me lately. It's just something I always want to use. So yeah, super, super beautiful, easy to blend. Just obviously be careful how you apply it. Then we have the Milani Luminoso blush. I'm pretty sure this has made it through like every one of my favourites. I'm pretty sure, don't think I've done 2016. I think I had 17, 18 and 19. Yeah, it's one of those blushes that will just never grow old. It is so beautiful. People still rave about it to this day. I remember when like everyone hyped it up. It's still hyped up to me. Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's like this peachy pink, and it's got like this gorgeous like sheen to it. Like you can sort of see like the colour of it, and it's just, yeah, because obviously it's like baked. It's not like a set colour. It's just, oh, it's so beautiful the way it looks on the skin. And then of course we also have the Jouer Duo blush. So this is the Adore Blush Duo, and we have both these shades. I usually mix these together. If not, I typically go for like just this one. Yet again, super, super beautiful. I love this. Blends easy. It's like a soft kiss as well. Like it's not too heavy. Same with like the bronzers as well. Yet again, if you're a beginner, it's just super beautiful, so easy to use. Then for highlighters, we have the Ofra and Nikki Tutorials highlighter. So this is in Glazed Donut, and I wasn't a big fan of this when I tried it out, but lately I've just been using it so much. I think it's so beautiful. Ofra highlighters are very intense. If you're expecting like this like pretty little dewy glow, like, oh, I'm just like sweating slightly, no, this ain't for you. Like this is blinding. This will like literally knock you out the park. It is so intense. I've done a video, I'll link it up, like it's like a New Year's video thing. It's got like blue winged eyeliner if you wanted to check it out. But I used a little bit too much on my nose, and literally it was just like boom. I thought it was like, honestly, like I'm surprised my neighbours are like, oh, what's that bright light? Just my nose highlight. It is super bright. It's really, really beautiful. Obviously, it's in the older packaging, you know, because I can't go for a whole tub of highlighter because I can't just buy one. I have to have like 10. But yeah, I love this. I think it's super, super beautiful. Next up, we have the Fenty Beauty. So this is so long. It's like the Diamond Bomb all over Diamond Veil in How Many Carats. Oh my god, there's just something about this that is magical. Because obviously it is glittery, but I don't know how to explain it because it's not chunks of glitter. Like, it has got a bit of glitter, so if you... I don't personally love glitter in my highlighters, but for this, I'll take it any day of the week because it is so beautiful. It's just like this veil of like richness, dewiness. Oh, I don't know how to explain it. You have to go and swatch it. They have it in Boots now as well, so obviously you can go and test it out if you're from the UK. It's just, oh, it's worth it, every single penny. It is so beautiful. Rihanna she killed it with this one. And I'm pretty sure it was inspired by her look. Do you know when she's like covered in head to toe in, I can't say the word, Swarovski crystals? I'm pretty sure this is what that's based on. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like I get where you're inspired from. Like, this looks like that dress. But yeah, I love this. It's super, super beautiful. And then we have the Dose of Colours I Love Sarah He. Sarah, is that, I always say Sarah He. Sarah He, Sarah Hi. Correct me if I'm wrong. But oh, just look at this. This is the highlight I'm wearing right now. How beautiful is that? Oh, I love this highlighter. I love it so much. It's one of those things, like, honestly, like, this is going to sound so bad because I just talked about 2 great highlighters, but if I could get rid of all my highlighters and just have one, I'm telling you that, it would be this. It is the most beautiful colour. It's wet, it's dewy, it's just stunning. It obviously is intense, probably not as intense as the Ofra highlighters, but still very, very beautiful. I just love how it looks on the skin. It just makes my skin look like butter. I love this highlighter. She killed it. Congratulations on all the collabs and everything with Dose of Colours. Obviously this has been out for a while. It's still available, and I hope Dose of Colours never ever get rid of this because I will continue to buy always. It is stunning. Next up we have some finishing spray. So I love the Revolution Hyaluronic Hydrating Essence Spray with grapefruit extract, pink grapefruit extract. It is a bit of a hard spritzer, don't get me wrong, but it reminds me, it smells quite nice as well actually. It's very like skincare like, so obviously if you say you didn't like it on top of your makeup, you could use it underneath as skincare. Obviously it's got hyaluronic, yeah, it has got hyaluronic, hyaluronic. Has it got hyaluronic in it? I believe it has. Yeah, because I literally just said it's the Revolution Hyaluronic Essence Spray. It's hydrating spray. I don't know anymore. But basically, it's got hyaluronic acid in it, which is really, really good for the skin. So it's really going to plump it. I love this. So I got your nose. I love this. So like when I've just finished all of my makeup, I spray it on and it's, do you know what it is? It's MAC Fix Plus. 10 times better, 10 times cheaper. I'm pretty sure this is like £6. It is amazing. It is what, like, just, oh, it's so beautiful. Because I really did like the Mario Badescu facial spray. But then I heard that they were putting steroids in it and it's really not good for the skin. And there was just a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'll drop that. I'm not using that anymore. But I'm not paying MAC Fix Plus prices. I tried to get back into the MAC Fix Plus, but I just can't justify it. Like, to me, like, this is just as good, even better, like I said. So I'd rather pay £6 for that and then like probably £32 or whatever it is for MAC. Like, MAC ain't cheap, you know. MAC's expensive. And then next we have the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Oh, this is a fine mist. Look at that. Oh. Yeah. This is super, super beautiful. Really, really affordable as well. This is like near on empty. I have another backup as well. Like, I bought one. I maybe used it like once or twice and it was on sale for like maybe £10 or something, and I was like, do you know what, I'm just gonna buy another one. Don't even know if I like it that much, but yeah, it's really, really good. Obviously it sets the makeup, excuse me, I'm burping there, and it just sort of like, it diminishes powders a little bit, you know. It just sort of brings your skin back to life. Urban Decay All Night Pollution Protection Setting Spray. I prefer the pollution one, just because if I'm going outside, I know there's a lot of crap in the air and stuff. So this is really gonna just lock my makeup and be like, BAM! Keeping me from all that pollution and negativity. So then we have lip products left. So I have the Ofra liquid lipstick in Sao Paulo. Not just this shade, but all of the Ofra shades I absolutely love. Their liquid lipsticks are stunning. I'm not a liquid lipstick kind of girl, but there's something about this, it's not drying on the lips, it's just, it feels comfortable, it lasts a long time. It's this beautiful nude. It's what the colour I'm wearing right now with a gloss on top, but you'll see that. And just, yeah, I love the Ofra liquid lipsticks. I'm pretty sure I said about them last year as well. I think they're beautiful. Next up we have the Lime Crime plushies. So I have here Turkish Delight and Rosebud. I have a few of these. I have Milk Tea and I have like these Mango Smoothie, I believe it's called. And these are beautiful because they're like a velvet liquid lip. They're so strange. So you put them on and then you like push it in and it just gives this soft matte look to the lips. It's just, they're so beautiful, they're so unique. I love them. I think they're absolutely great. Next up we have Urban Decay. So this is the Sheer Shimmer lipstick in Ex-Girlfriend. So this is like Your Lips But Better. I remember I got like a little tester of it and I was like, I need to pick up Ex-Girlfriend one day, like I just need to. And for years I just didn't buy it, and then I was in Urban Decay one day picking up the Naked Heat palette and I was like, I'm gonna get this, and this is beautiful. I love the shade of it. It's like Your Lips But Better. It's just, oh, it's so good, so good. And then last up we have the Fenty gloss. So these are the gloss bombs. So this is Diamond Milk. I do have Fussy as well, which I haven't actually used yet and I don't know why. I think I'm just waiting for the right moment to be like, yeah, I want to whack that out. And then I also have the original, like the gloss bomb, but that's in my handbag. That always stays in my handbag. It never goes out. I was so petrified the other day. I was like, oh my god, I've lost it. It's not in my handbag. Where is it? It was in my drawer. Why was it in my drawer? It shouldn't be in my drawer. It's a handbag lip gloss. So yeah, I love these. They're juicy, they're shiny, they are perfect, they are brilliant. They smell great, they feel great. Just, oh, everything about this is just, oh, I love it so much. So it's just in the centre of my lips. Just put a little bit on and then pat it out. And then, yeah, this is what we've got. Okay, so that is absolutely everything. Like I said, obviously you could check out this makeup look and you can see all the products put to the test. But yeah, I love everything that obviously I just talked about. I hope 2020 is a good year for you. You know, keep that positive attitude throughout the whole year, not just January. Positive, positive, positive. That's what we need in our lives. And it's all about us this year as well. Like, it's not about anyone else, it's about us. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to subscribe, obviously, because new video going up of this look. And you want to see this face more, let's be honest. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.